Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. Bode George, a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, has surfaced in a video where he made wide allegations against the former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, the late CEO of Access Bank, Herbert Wigwe, and UBA CEO Elumelu. Now, if he had restricted his allegations in that viral video on Emefiele, who has become the fall guy for the Buhari administration and for the APC as a political party, there wouldn't have been any need for me to react to that his video. I would have dismissed it as one of those anti-Emefiele videos that people make to seek relevance in the Tinubu administration, that believe that Emefiele must be punished for having the audacity or the temerity to contest against him for the ticket of the All Progressive Congress while still serving as Central Bank governor. I could understand that. And I was among those who was not comfortable with that Emefiele's political misadventure. But he is paying the price for that. Because after all, Emefiele, there's no way Emefiele, coming from the geographical part of the country that he comes from, that they would have allowed him free hand to run the central bank. So Emefiele has people that he reports to. But today Emefiele is carrying all the burden of the failings of that administration. So when I saw that Bode George video, I look at it as part of the cross that Emefiele had to carry. But it was when I now discovered, watching it, that Bode George was not being fair to others that he brought into the picture, and made wild allegations against them, including the late Herbert Wigwe and the CEO of UBA, Elumelu. And besides, the allegations he laid against these people, and all these people are from a particular part of the country, allegation he made against them in terms of involving in round tripping and all kinds of things, that they were giving dollars, and that that dollar they will take it to black market, to BDCs, and sell it and make money, and all kinds of allegations. So are you telling me that only bankers from a particular section of the country we are giving money by Emefiele, we are giving dollars by Emefiele for onward transmission to members of the public that needed it for one transaction or the other? So these people are the only ones. They were the ones that ruined the economy. They were the ones that were given the dollars and they took it to black market and BDCs and what have you. the sectionalism I perceived in that his allegation is the reason why I had to look at it twice, and I wanted to demolish it totally to show that that was unfair to those being alleged against, because it was not altruistic, it was sectional. And besides, the things he said there doesn't really make sense to a discernible member of the public. He alleged that that every month that these people are giving dollars and they turn it to personal profit, and he forgot that central bank has the central bank itself is not just an ordinary institution. It's the apex monetary institution in Nigeria. All the allocations, dollar allocations to banks are recorded, and even the banks are expected. If you go through the newspapers in Nigeria, you see from time to time the banks return to the central bank the list of beneficiaries of the dollars that were allocated to them. So it is therefore preposterous to believe that these people will just carry the money, the dollars, and go and change it and hand it over to BDCs and to the black market. So what would they fill in? And when they report back to CBN how they spend the dollars. So you can see that there are checks and balances between the central bank and the commercial banks. So it doesn't really make sense to assume that the reason why these people are successful is because they were trading in dollars. I do not think so. I think that Bode George does not understand how the banking system operates. And by picking people from a section of the country, it also exposed him to tribalism and nepotism in his allegations, which now call into question the altruistic motive of his intervention. Now, he was questioning Elumelu and Wigwe's source of income. How can somebody who rose to become an admiral, I think he was a naval admiral, something like that, ask that kind of question? How did Wigwe and Elumelu, these are bankers, they own banks, say how did they, the source of their money is the bank. It is the depositors' money that they use to give out as loan. They lend it to outsiders. They get profit from it. That's how you make money. Even in the recent time, the apps alone of Access Bank and UBA is enough to make Elumelu and Wigwe billionaires. The apps alone. Even the charges that millions of Nigerians they charge for every transaction, just the charges, the 50 naira, 100 naira that they deduct for any online transaction that people make on a daily basis, is enough to make Elumelu a billionaire. It's enough to make Wigwe a billionaire. So what are you talking about? You are asking their source of money. Bankers are the richest people you can get. It's only now that we're into a fintech and all, what have you, that you begin to get people like the founders of Facebook, Twitter, and what have you, becoming billionaires. Before, it is bankers that are billionaires. Do you know what it means to own a bank? And you are asking, how does he get money? How did he become stupendously rich? They became stupendously rich the same way bankers, successful bankers, And he was talking about Wigwe. He said Wigwe, he was a banker in a bank that fell. Wigwe has even talked about that. He said one of the lessons he learned is that he was glad that he worked in a bank that fell, so that when he now established his own bank, he knew what to do to ensure that his own bank doesn't fail. That's the basic lessons anybody should learn. And you are asking, how did they get money? Look, and he was even making mockery of himself by saying, where are the factories? In other words, he was saying that these people don't have factory. But Elumelu has already diversified in his own. Elumelu is into power sector, he's into hospitality, he's into tourism, he's into oil. So what do you mean? Where did they get the money? But even without even diversifying, being a banker, an investment banker that Wigwe was, is enough for him to be a very rich person and successful, and he can account for his wealth. Why do you think the world respect the Jews? Because Jews owns bank. Nobody go about asking the Jews, where are your factories? He said, where is the factory? You don't need factory when you are the owner of a bank. Because you are, as a banker, as a person that owns a bank that Wigwe was, he uses the depositors' money to give out loan to those who want to establish factories. He don't have to establish factory himself. And when he give that loan to those who have the plan, who brought business plan to his bank, that they want to set up a factory to produce so and so, pharmaceutical, what have you, he gave them loan from the depositors' money. That is the classical way of doing this. And when these factories start operating and as they begin to pay back the loan with interest, and as they are paying with interest, the banker becomes richer and richer, and as they are paying back, they are still giving more loans to other people. That is a fact. And you cannot say that these banks don't give out loans. They give out loans for people who want to establish factories, who want to set up all kinds of business. So a man had a bank, and you are now questioning how he got money. He was even questioning how Wigwe was able to build a private university. But this man is in this country where politicians, former governors, former presidents, former vice presidents, they are establishing universities. He never asked them how they got the money. These are people who are not even into productivity like Wigwe. But they own private universities all over the place, even former ministers. They own universities in Nigeria. It is Wigwe who is a banker, a merchant banker, an investment banker. And you are asking him how he got money to build a university. But you didn't ask politicians how they got money to build private universities all over the place. We have seen lawyers build universities. You didn't ask them how they got their money to build universities. There is Wigwe who, because he built a university, you now want to solve how did he get the money? Where is the factory? Wigwe don't have to show you any factory. Elumelu don't have to show you any factory. Before you know that as bank owners, they are well equipped to be able to afford whatever that makes life worth living.